How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Brawl here in Infuse Arena. Today, we're looking at a Rip Spawn Hunter deck. And we are a +1/+1 counter deck that wants to tap its creatures. I will keep this, it's a little slow, but we get a reasonably fast start. Urza is a little expensive, so maybe just getting down Lion Sash, putting a couple of counters on it with an Innkeeper's talent. Ooh, I actually got Giver of Runes. Okay. Yeah, I'll take land number 4 too. Um, sure. Yikes. I'd like to get down both, but we're only on turn 3. Despite our opponent having 4 lands. But we're actually set up very well. Urza. I think I'm just going to go for safety. One attack. From blue. In the turn. We did waste our giver for that activation, but I doubt it's going to be much of a difference. I'd like to get down my commander at some point, but we just drew the nuts in terms of +1/+1 counter shenanigan draw. We don't really have tokens for doubling season to take advantage of. Guess I get halfling down. GG. Well, it was quick and we didn't do what we were supposed to do, but it was still a success. I don't know how we count that. Ignore the quest. We have not been doing quests very well. But they also sprung for the I finally got up to a level where it made sense to get the mastery pass. Because I needed a mythic wild card. And I was 6 packs away, and that got me like 12 packs. And I needed that mythic wild card for an upcoming deck. I didn't really need it, but like I kind of wanted it. I was kind of desperate, if I'm being honest. Ooh, Conclave Mentor on 2 into Uadan on turn 3. Although I'd like to get Branching Evolution down as well. That'd be nice. Conclave Mentor. No block. We're going to gain a bunch of life with... So I'm going to get down this. And then we're going to Springleaf Drum. Get down that. I mean, we'll be attacking him with Double Strike, so I'm not too worried. Hmm. I don't think they can actually kill this. They can chump it with one token is probably the best choice, yeah. Yeah, so I don't wanna risk it since I'm not drawing lands. We might just lose to the rabbits. Yikes. Yeah, that's death next turn. 8. That's 5, 13. I don't care about that. I'm gonna die to the Arabelle trigger anyways, so yeah, I think I'm just dead. Our opponent just went too wide. And we didn't draw a Ra. We have Ra. Yeah, we died to the trigger. GG. 2 games in under 7 minutes. That is average 3.5. Well, 3 minutes 30 seconds per game, right? And not bad. Not bad, a little quick, but we haven't even got to play Rip yet. So the ideal of the deck is that Rip's ability is based off of his power. So if we put +1/+1 counters on him, we can actually get more value out of his survival trigger. The problem that we ran into in the last 2 matches is that our opponent's deck were relatively fast, and we didn't really have time to set up a Rip turn. Instead, we just had to focus on, in game 1, dishing out as much damage as possible, and in game 2, optimally, we would try to do the same thing, but our opponent went wide enough with the rabbit that it just didn't really, the rates didn't keep up very well, especially when ours didn't have trample, so we couldn't actually force through damage. We didn't get to a point where our opponent's massive board wasn't able to attack because a crackback would have meant death. Our opponent's struggling on their keep. No clue. Get rid of the charmed apple. How do you say that? I do not know. We're gonna grab Lush Pavilion, I think is something like that called. Lush Portico. Go. And Goldvein. I kind of need another land, Goldvein. I like you as a card, but functionally, you're not gonna do me much good at this particular junction. I'm gonna go to 3 next turn, and if I don't draw a land, I can go to 4 the turn afterwards. But the problem is that only keeps us at parity. Okay, we drew a land, so we actually we won ahead, probably. Get down my commander so that he can get hexed as quickly as possible. And does he catch an enchantment this turn and Egret comes down the following turn, or does Egret come down this turn and then he gets shut down the turn afterwards? And that's how she works, right? Oh. Well, opponent. I mean, this works for me too. I'm not opposed to this. Because after all, it triggers my commander anyways, right? Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So I could Verdant for 4, or Genesis Wave for 3 or 4 if I draw a land. We're kind of the same place that we normally would be. I gotta get this enchantment off though before. Actually, we already have 4 on Gilead or Genesis Wave, right? Because we have doubling season. Yeah, that's nice, but our curve's kind of low, so this might do something. It did do something. I haven't found a way to get counters rolling yet, but it's just a way to tap my commander. Oh, goodness. At least they haven't shut off abilities yet. Rude. Well, opponent, I'm gonna make you sad next turn. Simply because you gave me very little choice. Nothing. Whiffed our first attempt. Lord Skitter's blessing. Rise Regret hasn't gone down yet. This opponent is an opponent after my own heart, where you build a deck and the deck works, but then it doesn't work in practice because you never play your commander. I do that all the time. Well, all the time? Maybe. Maybe. Please, for the love of God. Yeah, that one. Okay. And we're getting in good attacks. My poor, delightful halfling. I sent you to your death. Well, I feel like we're gonna... any number. With different. Or upside. The dog is really... Was that the dog? No, that was the lion sash. The lion sash is really good. It's a way to get counters, but... there's nothing... well... there are a couple of creatures in the graveyard. Oh, this is funny. So I have to pay 3 to attack my opponent. Look at the last tap land. Which is normally quite bad, but... you can't just do this. Oh, yeah, I like that. Draw another card. Boy. Tyler Tracker is just gonna be... yeah, he's just gonna be better. He's just gonna be a better attacker than the champion. The champion does give us the upside of tapping Rip, which is value, but at the same time, hmm, you save 3. Springleaf Drum. Get that out of the way. You can just cast it every turn, though. That do be a problem. Um, actually, we can prevent that from being a problem. We're gonna get Wrath, though. There's no way we don't. It's just, did we eke out enough card advantage in the in between time to not immediately lose to a Wrath? I think so, but I don't know if you're library for an enchantment. They could be setting up a ghostly prison. Okay, well, that's not the worst case scenario. It's not good, but it's not the worst case scenario. Reconfigure. We'll just have to attack with 2 creatures. That should be enough to kill either way. 4 plus 7 equals 11. Up to 0. Whew. All right, well, that was a good showcase for the deck. We had one quick game where we won out of nowhere. We had one quick game where we lost out of nowhere. And then we had a semi-long game where we actually got to cast our commander and do things. All in all, good fun. Either way, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.